And a good Monday to all my YouTube family and friends. My name is Jewel, and this is the Weather Channel of J7409. Thanks so much for clicking play and checking out all of the weather with me today here. And we've got lots to talk about, so get right, take a listen. Please pay attention, and please go over to the community page and check out everything I've got up there. There's some things that most people don't get. Very, very cold wind chill temperatures, well below zero in places you wouldn't expect. So please go check that out. That's what's coming up, okay? And there is a link. All you have to do is click show more underneath this video. It'll take you to the description box. Scroll down. You'll find a link to go right over to the community page. Headlines for today: bitterly cold temperatures. They're going to overtake eastern Washington and the northern Rockies with dangerous cold wind chills around the northern plains. We've got snow for the higher elevations of the northwest upper Great Lakes and the interior northeast, and it looks like damp and stormy along the Gulf Coast for today. And then we've got this powerful winter storm to impact much of the eastern two-thirds of the country by late week, and this is what we're looking at right now. As you can see, blizzard conditions are expected Thursday through Friday in the darker blue areas here. Outlining areas, we just got some accumulating snow. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. I'll be right back with all the details and what it looks like if you're traveling by air. Please don't forget to subscribe. Click the J7409 Weather Ensemble in the bottom right hand corner. Click that bell and then check off all to make sure that you get all my latest weather videos. In the weather headlines for today, I told you it was going to be damp and stormy along the Gulf Coast, and here it is right here. But it's looking like that these thunderstorms that are going to probably, more than likely, going to develop for you guys in these areas eastward across the Gulf Coastal Plain today from South Texas to Mobile. Okay? Now, some small hail may be possible with these storms, but so far as organized severe weather, that's very unlikely. It's not going to happen. It's very unlikely for the inland areas. We'll hop across to tomorrow right quick. You can see that it's going to spread on over much of Florida, just about all of Florida except the very northeastern tip under this chance, moving on across to portions of Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. These storms also, though you might get a little hail with them, you might not, but nothing severe should pop up. Before I get to where you can have most of the travel delays if you're traveling by air, let's go ahead and check out what's going on with this storm that is headed for many, many, many people. Here we have the regular GFS map, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, and thank you, Levi, for letting us use this. Before I turn it on, I want to tell everyone that now the Euro and the GFS are more in sync. So, yes, this storm is going to happen, looking like December 22nd through December 26th. It's going to be bitterly cold temperatures. They are expected all over the plains and Midwest states, and very cold weather is going to reach the Gulf Coast region. And this significant winter storm over the eastern U.S. is going to happen late in the week, and it's going to cause a lot of travel disruption. So just bear with me. We're going to check out the storm, and then I'll get to the travel disruptions. Let's do, once again, this is the GFS, courtesy of Tropical Tidbits, taking us right on through the first of the new year. Once again, I can't stress enough what's going on with the bitterly cold temperatures over all of the plains and the Midwest states, with the very cold weather reaching the Gulf Coast region. And this storm, it is going to be in the late week, and it's going to cause some travel disruptions, and we will get to them in just a minute. Now, the massive expansion of the frigid temperatures across basically all of the central and eastern U.S. and eastern Rockies through the end of this week is what's going to be, folks. It's going to happen with hard freezes likely for much of the deep south as well into Texas, and extremely strong Arctic front. That's what's ushering in this coldest air of the season by considerable margin, with the expectation of widespread sub-zero readings for overnight lows from the northern Rockies to the central and northern plains and the upper Midwest, reaching as far as south as northern Oklahoma and southern Missouri. There will even be likely sub-zero high temperatures from central Nebraska, central Iowa, and points northward on Thursday and Friday, those temperatures happening. Now, your Fahrenheit temperature may not be that, but the wind is going to blow, my friends, and it is going to make these wind chills awful. Now, the frigid air mass should modify some as it reaches the Ohio and Tennessee Valley region. It will still, though, be impressively cold, with widespread zeros for overnight lows by the end of the week and into early Saturday, and even some sub-zero readings across portions of Indiana and Illinois. Hard freeze conditions are becoming increasingly likely for much of the deep south in Texas Thursday night through at least Friday night, with lows well into the teens and low 20s, even to the Gulf Coast. Cold weather will also reach well into Florida in time for the Christmas weekend, with lows falling into the 30s and 40s. Now, we got another weather story that's going to have quite an impactful scenario, and it's expected to develop as an intense low-pressure system that develops over the Ohio Valley and rapidly intensifies as it lifts northward across the Great Lakes and then eastern Ontario and Quebec by early Saturday. Now, the expected inland track of the main low will result in periods of moderate to heavy rain from the mid-Atlantic to New England late Thursday into Friday, and moderate to heavy snow from the central and northern Appalachians, and then it's going to point west across northern Ohio Valley and Great Lakes area. There's even the potential for some minor flooding with the storm across portions of the central and eastern New England areas, of 2 to 3 inches of rainfall becoming more likely with the strong moisture from the Atlantic ahead of this main cold front. Elsewhere, the Pacific Northwest, you should see multiple episodes of rain and higher elevation snow as persistent onshore flow. It's going to evict moisture inland to you guys, with the highest totals over the Washington Cascades and the Olympics, especially on Sunday and into Monday. Now, some of this moisture will likely make it to the northern Rockies in the form of moderate to locally heavy snow, especially near the Idaho-Montana border. Now, dry weather is expected to continue across the southwestern U.S. at this time, with the upper level ridge in place. It doesn't matter how you're traveling, by car or by plane or by train, folks. This is what the travel outlook is looking like for Thursday coming up, where it's red, poor. Poor travel conditions. Over here in Chicago, all of these are poor. Where the green is the good. Now, when you see this yellow, this is fair traveling conditions. So everybody, you need to pay attention. This is going to be one of the coldest Christmases in decades for people. I can't stress enough. Bundle up, layer up, take care of your elderly neighbors, your friends, your pets, your pipes, and anything, because this weather is going to be a bear, folks. Okay, now if you're traveling by plane, by Friday, here's the outlook. New York, high chance of delays, little rain and snow mixture. Boston, Massachusetts, stormy, very windy, a little bit of snow, mostly rain, high chance of delays. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, you can see a little bit of snow, maybe, mostly rain, with a high chance of delay. Charlotte, North Carolina, cold, very windy, and a medium chance of delays, with Detroit, Michigan coming in with nothing but snow. Snow. It's going to be snow, cold, very windy, with a high chance of delays if you're traveling by plane. Travel, period. By car, plane, train, you name it. If you're traveling, this is what it's looking like for Friday for most people that are going by automobile or trains. It's going to be a mess. Look over in my state. Poor. Poor at Charlotte. Poor for a big majority of the state. Everything in red is poor travel. You're going to have to watch what you're doing. Poor travel, whether it be snow, cold temperatures, things froze, black ice, and very windy conditions. All of this combined is why all of this section here is going to be very, very poor in getting around. Also, it's going to happen from Denver, Colorado, over to Washington State and up into Seattle and into Canada. Now, where we have the yellow, this is fair traveling conditions. Fair. The green, of course, down in Texas at this time by Friday, looking good. It is going to be the coldest Christmas in years, with widespread freeze into South Texas, sub-zero temperatures from the Rockies to the plains, and a major spike in heating demand. And I hope Texas power grid stays up. I hope everybody's power grid stays up. Folks, please make sure you got a plan in place in case you do lose your power, and make sure you always got a way to keep your cell phones charged up. And please, once again, dress in layers, dress appropriately, and check on everything. Your neighbors, the handicapped, your pets, everything. Keep this up, because it is going to be something indeed. Now, that's what everything's looking like. I'd like to take just a moment to thank everybody for the Christmas donations you have sent me through PayPal, and all the work that I've done during the hurricane season, tornadoes, this bitter cold, and the snowstorms this past year. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate all the donations you have sent me through PayPal very, very much. They help me out greatly. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching my videos and sharing them. Very important to share this information. It is going to be a bear, folks. So please don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, and on your social media. And I hope everybody has a Merry Christmas. So check this out.